things hitting us, and one of the things I'm going to be talking about today is that I sometimes I realize that there's a heaviness in the air, where people are just heavy, and sometimes it's because they eat too much, but sometimes it's just it's lack of nutrition, not taking our vitamins, eating our Wheaties, but also sometimes it's spiritual. There's a conflict happening in our soul, and whenever you have that conflict in your soul, sometimes your body can get heavy. The psychologists call that depression, or mild cases of depression. So we want to pray against that. We want to pray against that because that conflict in the soul type of heaviness is more spiritual and emotional. Psychological and emotional go hand in hand. The way you think is the way you feel. So God has to change the way we think so that we can start feeling differently. Amen? And this week, man, I was telling Brother Frank, he asked me how my week was. And I was like, man, this week I was stressed. And, I was so tired this week, I just couldn't stop thinking evil. You ever been that way? You're just so tired that everyone's getting on your nerves, and you just can't stop thinking evil. I mean, everything is just irritating me, And I realized because of experience that I'm on fifth gear, and if you drive on fifth gear too long, your engine's going to start burning out. And so the Lord this week was like, boy, you better chill out. You're working way too hard. And we have to gauge ourselves. God gave you fifth gear because there are seasons where you have to work hard. You have to. If you're sitting on your butt and it's sowing and it's reaping and watering season, and you're lazy, the proverb warns about that because you can miss the harvest. When you're out there supposed to be, planting and watering, and farmers, they wake up early in the morning and they go to sleep at sundown. So there are seasons where you have to work 10, 12, 14-hour days, but you can't keep doing that. You can't do that in harvest season and then during the winter season where you tend to be more secluded and resting, and farmers tend to be more with their families. So this week I was just like, just real fatigued. And when you're fatigued and tired, as I sense many people are, not only me but around me, sometimes that can create a heaviness because your mind is just responding to your physical. Your body's tired, so your brain is tired, and so your tolerance tends to be very low. So if I cussed anyone out this week, please forgive me. I'm just joking. I don't know when the last time I cussed. Actually, like when I was mad, I cussed to illustrate a point or to teach someone, but if I stepped on your toes, just recognize that your pastor's in a sowing season. He's sowing. He's watering and sowing, and it's crazy how much God has blessed. Just my business, global presence, and the church, and some of the things we're doing. And when God gives you larger farms and a larger field. I've learned, man, with every blessing comes a new added layer of responsibility. So sometimes be careful what you pray for. God, make me a millionaire. So eking bad, No. You become a millionaire, you got a whole new level of struggles and stewardship. Now you got to watch the lawyers because everyone's trying to take your money, including your family and friends who you haven't seen in 20 years. Everyone will be trying to call you up when you become wealthy. So, Father, I just thank you for the blessings and the testimonies of all that you're doing in